Do you know what worries me about Chelsea? Is the fact that Maresca has only been there a couple of months and Chelsea look so much better. They play good football. There's attacking systems. He's changing formation and system. It's a different formation and system today to his last game. He's adapting, and the players are listening to Maresca. They're buying into Maresca, his tactics and his system, and they're scoring goals. It makes me a bit jealous because they're playing good football. They're scoring goals, and I do think that Maresca has taken over a Chelsea side with a lot of good players, 100%. And I think Poch stabilised the ship a bit more towards the end of his reign. But what Maresca's doing in terms of what I expected, massively overachieving. He's done a fantastic job, and Chelsea worry me because I don't know if they're second or third in the league. It depends on goal difference. Because Arsenal were stat padding set pieces against Manchester United, but Chelsea today could have scored about 10 goals. I believe they now have the most goals in the league. They could have scored 10 goals. They had 10 big chances today, 5.29 XG. Of course, when they're 3-1 up, Southampton go down to 10 men. But believe it or not, Southampton go down to 10 men. Chelsea are 3-1 up. It took them quite a while to make it 4-1 because, to be fair, Felix had a header he should have scored. Madueke had a chance he could have scored. Palmer had a chance he maybe could have finished better. But Chelsea are playing good football, and they do worry me. And apparently, I don't know how true this is, but Chelsea have scored more goals already this season than they did during the terrible 22-23 campaign, which was 2 years ago. But I'm going to show you something else, actually. This is Chelsea in 2024. Now, this is actually like 4 days old. So Chelsea would be on 63 points after 32 games because they've just won today with plus 28 goal difference. But Chelsea in 2024 are very comfortably in the top four. And this is why I said I think Chelsea will finish in the top four comfortably this season because they've been at that for a while. It's not like this season they've just become top four contenders. They did look good towards the back end, which I think is why people were surprised originally when Poch was sacked. But I think Maresca's proving it was the right decision because while Poch stabilised the ship and Chelsea got better, I feel that there's more of a team unity here at Chelsea now, and they're all playing for Maresca. If you look at 2023 league form, to put that into context, Chelsea were 13th. 13th to 4th is where they've gone in a year. This is how they've evolved in a year, and this is what's happened in such a short time with such a young squad that's going to get better and better and better. So with even more time and a young squad that should improve on what Maresca's doing, and a squad that seems to be really buying into what Maresca's doing, Chelsea could further improve next season. And I think Chelsea are a force. And that's why they worry me a little bit as a Man United fan. Now, by the way, the worst thing about every single game was on at once. So I'm doing this Chelsea review. Then I'm going over to Alice Talks Football to give you my opinion on Man United's performance versus Arsenal. And then I'm going to be back on here to give you my thoughts on Arsenal's performance. And then I need to do a Newcastle review, which depends on my eyes and how late it is and how tired it is, which could be tonight, probably going to be in the morning. So I'm not going to make this video too long and I'm not going to waffle, but I believe Chelsea made 7 changes. And Nkunku, Madueke, Felix comes in, Gusto, Tosin. I think Chelsea made Jorgensen. I think Chelsea made 7 changes to the starting 11 versus Southampton. And the fact that Maresca was able to make 7 changes, score 5 goals, win a game comfortably, I'm jealous. I think Chelsea have good depth, but I'm jealous. Most goals in the league, top 5 defence in the league. I do think defensively Chelsea need reinforcement and it's a bit of physicality there in defence. I think going forward they're so fantastic and amazing to watch. Defensively they could improve, but I think they're doing all right, and they are second in the league, could be third. I don't know what the goal difference is like. I should probably have checked that before the video. But this is what I saw. Maresca even has the squad players itching to make an impression anytime they're on the pitch. Everyone wants to eat again. This is the Chelsea. I know he's not lying when he said we can dominate the next 5-10 years. Now, hopefully Chelsea don't dominate the next 5-10 years. Although, if it stops Liverpool, City or Arsenal winning a Premier League, Chelsea, you're welcome to dominate. But hopefully it's Man United that dominate. But there was a lot of talk in the summer. Everyone was going on and on and on in the summer about how big Chelsea's squad was. Their squad's so big, what's Maresca going to do? And I thought, forcing Gallagher out, forcing Chalobah out wasn't personally my ideal approach had they been at the club since they were academy players. And there was a lot of stick and how's Maresca going to deal with this and this and the personalities in the dressing room at Chelsea. And he's won them over. I think as a manager, in terms of his man management and his discipline, he's really won over the squad. He knows what he wants. He's decided what he wants. He has a plan. And every player is eager to impress under Maresca. And every player knows their role. No one's acting up in the dressing room. He's doing well. He's performing well. If you're acting up in the dressing room, fine. Go. Chelsea don't need you. They're doing well. So no players acting up. the first team's performing well. Nkunku, I think, is a good player. But when Jackson's in the form he's in, I don't think Nkunku can complain if he's not going to be starting week in, week out in the Premier League. And Maresca sort of established that actually he's got the respect from the players, which I think is something he's done really well. And I didn't expect Maresca to be as good as he was and have the impact that he had. I think Chelsea could have scored 10 goals today. I thought Madueke and Felix missed chances. I thought the Palmer goal was just a fantastic team effort. And what I've noticed about Chelsea is it's not Cole Palmer FC anymore. Cole Palmer, world-class player, unbelievable player. But under Poch, it was Palmer FC. He was bailing them out. At times earlier, your Brighton game, Palmer FC, you could say. But Chelsea are playing as a team right now where they don't need Palmer to win them every game. They can play as a team. They can work as a team. Casado's been just as good as Palmer this season. Jackson has. Cucurella's having a fantastic season. And I thought, Palmer actually having a tap and it being a team goal rather than a Palmer wonder goal showed that. Casado and Enzo linking up. Enzo, nice pass, and Nkunku can't play. Palmer taps it in. You're seeing that improvement. And I think when Chelsea attack, there's systems, there's attacking patterns, there's movement. I think Enzo Fernandez's movement off the ball to open up space and draw defenders is such an underrated aspect of his game. And I felt that Chelsea were fantastic going forward. I think defensively, Southampton caused them problems. Southampton got in behind. They caused problems on the counter. Jorgensen had to make some good saves. And maybe Chelsea need to improve that. Well, they do need to improve that. But that's what they can work on in the summer transfer window as of next season. They've got their attack firing, sort their defence. That's a really stable team. I think they sort their defence. They could do something nuts next season. You never know what they 8 points behind Liverpool. You never know. Chelsea, Arsenal, they could do something crazy. You never know. You can't write Chelsea out of it. But with the way they're playing, I think they've played better football than Arsenal this season, to be honest, on the eye. But I do think there's the lack of defensive stability there. I think that's what's there. I thought Jorgensen could perform well. I think Chelsea almost weren't at the best. And you might be saying, what do you mean Chelsea weren't at the best? They could have scored 10 goals. But I'm saying, I still think they were second gear a bit. Oh, Southampton, 10 men, easy. They could have scored 10 goals, but I felt that Chelsea had more in their tank than what they were showing. Do you know what I mean? I think they were good, but I think they could have been even better. And that's credit to how Chelsea have been so good this season. Sancho scored. You know me, not happy with the Sancho Man United situation, obviously how it ended, but I think Sancho was good today. Obviously he scored, but I thought he was quite good in the Villa game, and don't like to, but you've got to give Sancho credit. That annoys me. I thought Gusto had a good game. He's been getting stick late. I thought it was good. Enzo, Felix, Madueke, Jorgensen, they all impressed me. I thought Joao Felix's work rate, which is something he's been standard for, was really, really impressive today. I think Joao Felix worked hard, and as I said, they made 7 changes. They scored 5 goals. They could have scored 5 more. Fair play to Maresca. And if you look at this here, you can see it's a team effort at Chelsea. Palmer, Oni Madueke, and Nkunku, Disasi, Sancho all scoring. 5 different goal scorers, 5 different assisters. Team effort. And that's what Chelsea are. They're a team now. Now, one guy that got a little bit of stick that's been so impressive in recent games is Enzo Fernandez. Since he held the bench and came back, he's been really impressive. He registered the joint most chances created, 3. His most successful passes, 74 out of 79, and more attacking passes, 27 out of 29, and more successful final third passes, 13. Lavia is better than Enzo defensively, and I think if you're playing a big 6 side, Lavia, Casado, pivot, lock it down defensively, bash, get that. But if you're going to be playing a side like Southampton, Leicester, Everton, and you want to attack them and score goals because you're going to know you're going to dominate the ball, Enzo's what you want, and it was the right decision to play him. Enzo Fernandez is someone that actually his movement and creativity, 1, takes the need off Palmer to do everything, but 2, open up space. And I think Chelsea flow better as an attacking unit with Enzo on the pitch. I think defensively, room for improvement, but I think going forward, I think that Chelsea's attacking dynamics are better with Enzo Fernandez on the pitch. I think earlier on he was attacking output, but now he's getting the output. 8 goals and assists in his last 5 games. Obviously, I know one of them was like Noah FC, but I think he's massively improved over the last month or 2. He was reminding me of the Enzo that I saw in the World Cup, which made me want Man United to buy him. Obviously he's got that big price tag on him. It's crazy, and I don't think he started the season particularly well. But he's showing that he's still quality and that, he's a good player that just had a period in a dip in form. I think his movement, I think his creativity is very underrated. I think that him and Palmer work well together because it means they have to look at Enzo and Palmer and not just lock Palmer out the game. And I think he plays a really good role off the ball. And I think he doesn't get enough credit he deserves because I think a lot of what he does is off the ball. Like, I'm going to be honest, a lot of it is the movement and the creating space. And I think that there's a good player in Enzo. And I think people have been doubting him a while, and I think there has been some criticism because of the price tag, but I thought he was impressive today. Another player that's been seen getting stick this season is Malo Gusto, who I thought had a good game. Assists, 2 key passes, 1 out of 1 long ball, 7 out of 7 ground duels won, 7 tackles made. Considering what I saw of Malo Gusto last season, I think he's a baller. I think he's a fantastic player. I thought he had a good game today. I go on Twitter, everyone's saying he's been shite when you search him up for some reason, but I thought he was good today. And I don't think he's been at his best this season, but when he's so young, when he's so technically and physically gifted, he showed his quality last season. He showed that he can be a good 1v1 defender. He can act as a traditional right back. He can act as a right centre back. He can act as an attacking right back. He can underlap. He can overlap. He showed he has the technical versatility to do so many roles and so many formations and so many tactics. It's the tools to make a real impact on the Chelsea side. And I think if you look at Malo Gusto as a player and what he can do, there's a player there. There's a top player there. And then last but not least, Sancho is getting a goal and assist every 82 minutes of Sancho. All jokes aside, I didn't like how Sancho acted at United because I didn't like that he went on strike and refused to play for us for 4 months. Even though he's better than Anthony, and if I was Ten Hag, I'd have played Sancho over Anthony. I did not like the social media statement. I did not like that he refused to play for us for 4 months. And that's when I said, no, if you love United, you'd play no matter what, even if the manager's being a knob. And I went off Sancho massively there, and I wanted him gone. And I think it was the right decision for United to get rid of him because I'm passionate about my club and I want the players that are passionate about it too. But do I believe there's a good player in Sancho? Yes. Do I believe he's a better player than Anthony? Yes. And do I, for the sake of his career, because of what he went through at the Euros, want him to get back on track and be good? Believe it or not, as bitter as I am, yes. I want Sancho to be good again. I want him to get back on track because he went through a lot at the Euros. It didn't work out at United. But you know what? We'll see what he does at Chelsea. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.